I'm Randi Dukes with Repeat Realty, and I'm bringing you a DFW market update. I've been bringing these quarterly, but because we're seeing a little bit of a changing market, I'm going to start bringing them to you monthly. This market, like the past few months, has brought a lot of speculation and a lot of conversations. Are we in a housing bubble? Is it going to burst? I'm going to address some of those ideas at the end of this video. But right now, let me give you some market stats. In this video, I'm going to talk primarily about Denton County, but if you want some stats on other counties in the area, send me a text or email and I'll get those over to you. Most other counties like Collin County, Dallas County, Tarrant County have very similar stats to what I'm going to share today, but if you're getting further out of the metroplex, you might see a little bit of a difference. During the month of April 2022, there were 1,109 active listings. That's down just a little bit from last April, but it's up quite a bit from last month when there were only 782 active listings. So that's worth celebrating and also somewhat expected for this time of year. 1,313 properties actually closed in April. 1,241 closed in March, so that's right in line with the increased inventory that we're seeing. Let's look at months of inventory. Months of inventory is the number of months it would take to sell all of the houses on the market at the current pace. So right now, our months of inventory is 0.8. It would take just a little over 3 weeks to sell everything that is currently on the market. And that's also right in line with the increased inventory that we're seeing, because last month it was right about 2 weeks. Let's talk about price. I hate to say this, and fingers crossed it lasts, but we're actually seeing the market settle down a little bit. There are still houses in certain areas that are getting multiple offers, but there are also lots of houses that are getting way less offers. And while sellers might not love to hear that, it really is a better scenario for everybody to see the market calm down just a bit. Prices from last month still reflect the crazy multiple offer market, and I think we might see some flattening in next month's stats. The median price for houses in Denton County last month was $480,000. That's up $16,000 from the month before and a little over 21% from the year before. I know every first-time home buyer just cringed at that median price, but remember, it's the median price. There are houses that are cheaper, and we can be creative about finding them. Days on market. 19 days on market, 37 to close, for a total of 56. That's unchanged from April 2021 and down just a little bit from the month before. Let's talk about the housing bubble concept, since there are so many conversations every day about this. Are we in a housing bubble? Is it going to pop? No. This is not the 2007-2008 housing market for a number of reasons. Because home prices have increased so much, there's a lot of speculation that what goes up must come down. But this increase and rapid appreciation is related to low inventory. There is a supply and demand issue. And in the 2007-2008 housing crisis, there were plenty of houses available. That was an entirely different market. Here in the DFW market, we have really strong industry and we have a lot of people moving to our state. And this, while keeping inventory low, is also a great problem to have because it's keeping our economy really strong. In the last housing crisis, we were seeing more high-risk buyers. Mortgage companies had fewer restrictions in place, and buyers seemed to be buying houses without looking long-term. In this market, we're seeing an entirely different buyer. I often say I have the smartest, savviest buyers. They understand market value, they understand their mortgage and how it works, and that's the result of self-education and lender education. I've also heard people talking about a crash coming because homeowners are cashing out the equity in their home. But unlike the previous crash, where homeowners were cashing out their equity and then ending up upside down on their mortgages and heading into foreclosure and short sales. In this market, because of the great appreciation we've seen in housing prices, homeowners are able to cash out refi and still have equity in their home. If you're thinking about buying or selling, it is still a manageable market, and I'd love to talk to you to come up with a strategic plan. You can find all of my contact information below, or go to my website and fill out the contact form there. I'd love to talk to you.